What is up, guys, and welcome to the VisualWood podcast episode. Oh, I forgot not doing that anymore.
Hello. Yeah, I'll just interrupt you with a big hello every time you accidentally do that, and then it'll be fine. But I do believe we're episode. What do the show notes say now? It's just episode 00 all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, episode 43. It says up there.
It does.
Episode 43. Yeah,
no, we're not. We're not.
Wow,
we just forgot to change it.
On?
We forgot to change it. I think it's 47, but it's fine.
Wow, it's been this many episodes. So this hasn't been changed since the upgrade to VisualWood 2.0.
Yeah, it's just been sitting there. We've just been filling in the blanks, basically.
All right, we have to agree now. Never change this. We have to agree. All right, just see how long it will stay there. And then accidentally one day, one of us will wipe it, and the other one gets to, be super angry if they notice.
Oh, so let's start sweet. Let's start sugary sweet. All right?
Mm-hmm.
All right? Audio adventure.
All right,
ready?
You're eating a cake because you're doing a pun and you said sugary sweet.
Uh-huh.
No, that am I wrong?
What?
Never mind.
What?
I took a wild shot in the dark before I'd even listened to it, and it didn't work. All right, here we go. I'm gonna listen to this. I don't like the way you're laughing. Why are you laughing?
I'll tell you after.
Dude, what is this? Why are you doing this to me?
All right. Are you ready? It's an easy one. What are you talking about?
What do you mean it's an easy one? Let me listen again. What? I mean, what? I'll tell you what I think you have got, regardless of anything else. You have captured a superb, walking around sound effect. Listen to those footsteps you've got at the end. It's like, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. It's perfect. That could be like in a video game. Listen to that.
All right, you ready? You got 3 guesses, right? Those are the rules.
What? Okay.
Oh, by the way, I guess we have to say this every time because there's a lot of new people who come to the podcast. In audio adventures, we record something that we're doing, right? And then the other person has to guess it. So Go ahead, 3 guesses, go.
I chastised you for this, but can I do 21 questions and figure it out from that? Can I get extra information? I've got no leads. It sounds like you are in your cutlery drawer or something.
Okay, I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
It is something sweet. It was a pun towards the audio adventure.
Oh, what? Oh, my God. Oh, are you mixing something in a bowl?
No. That's your first guess.
Is it something to do with the kitchen, though?
Kitchen is involved.
Oh, damn, what do you mean is involved? Are you... It can't be that you're doing the dishes.
No.
Are you eating something?
I'm not eating, no.
So I thought for a second maybe the footsteps were you eating. Then something sweet involved. But you're not eating and it's not to do with the kitchen.
No, it has something to do with the kitchen.
All right, well, okay, but it's not totally to do with the kitchen, is it?
Well, I mean, I'm in the kitchen.
You're in the kitchen while you're doing this.
Yes.
Are you? I don't get enough guesses. What is this?
You already used it, so it's for glory now. Go ahead, just ask questions then, and then tell me when you give up.
Oh, I thought it was on my 3rd guess already.
Oh, okay, go. You get one more chance. Go ahead.
Are you putting something in the object in the kitchen?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I got it. Sweet. Okay, wait. All right, so you're putting something in the kitchen. Is it the oven?
Nope.
Is it the fridge?
Nope.
Is it the freezer?
Nope.
Is it a drawer?
Nope.
Is it a cupboard?
Nope.
What? What else do you have in your kitchen? Is it a dishwasher?
Nope.
The washing machine? Tumble dryer?
No.
I don't know. The bin.
You have anything else that you could put stuff inside in the kitchen?
In a kitchen?
And it's not a person.
Oh my god! Wow.
Oh, we're starting it off early. All right,
That is quite the salacious idea right there. Doing it in the kitchen. I guess since your place is all just one big room, it kind of. All right, go on. Just tell me.
I am putting a piece of toast in the toaster.
What? No way.
Then
you're eating the toast.
And it's a cinnamon toast too. Oh, because I love Ezekiel bread.
Oh, you threw me off there. That is not fair.
And then at the end, I am spreading cookie butter all over it.
Dude, I saw that in your video. I was
exactly.
Cookie butter.
Cookie butter.
Oh, and the cookie butter on the toast sounds like footsteps.
It does.
What is
really?
That? Yeah, it so much sounds like footsteps.
It's weird because once I hear it, I already know what I'm doing, so it's not going to sound like footsteps to me. That's why I love audio adventures. So I was like, oh, this is going to be easy. And then all of a sudden, like, you don't guess it. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it's not like footsteps through an echoey, dark hallway or something. It's like footsteps through a forest or something outside. I genuinely would have guessed maybe it was something outside, like you in a tool shed or something. Like that banging, that's so hard. You didn't even have the telltale, like wow.
What do you mean? I clipped it down, and then it popped up, and
Did
then
it pop up? I didn't hear.
Yeah, it popped up. When everyone listens back to it again, people are gonna realize, oh, I hear the pop up. Unless it's not loud enough. You put it at the maximum.
And what are you doing telling me it's sweet? Like, come on. Like, I'm supposed to guess the topping that you're spreading on your toast. And that it's not regular toast.
It could have been. You don't put like peanut butter or anything, jelly, nothing on your toast? Like, that could have been easy to kind of guess that.
Well, I prefer toast that's not got sweet stuff on it. Like, so
really?
For this morning, I had corned beef on toast.
That sounds freaking good.
It is good, man. What I do is I butter both sides of the bread, corned beef on it, and then you close it up into like a sandwich. And then
haven't we talked about this? We talked about it because I said I use hard dough bread and corned beef, and I make hard dough bread corned beef sandwiches, and I take it to like the beach and stuff. It's fantastic. It's
and I dismissed corned beef at the time. I said you sounded like you had a trashy meal once because you had corned beef with it.
Hold up,
corned beef is good.
Oh, you tried it? So you went to the store and got it? Oh,
I've always had corn. No.
Oh.
I've never tried that. Sadly, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, all right. So what have you been playing?
Wait, no, you don't get to skip past this.
Yes, I do. What?
What's the cookie butter like?
Okay. Cookie butter. Cookie butter is something I heard about. Like I shop at Trader Joe's a lot, and there's like a couple like right next to me. And they're like, it's like a cheaper Whole Foods place,
Okay.
Like it's fantastic, and there's no artificial flavors or any of that type of stuff like high fructose corn syrup. None of that stuff is in any of their products, and they seem to make their own products a lot, and it's always fantastic. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before. They have really good products, and I'm waiting for the pecan pie in a month. They always have this like seasonal. Like pies and stuff. They had, I also like the cereals. They had cookie butter, and I heard about it from like other people, like, oh, cookie butter's good, and then I heard it on Cox and Crendor, and I was like, all right.
And this changes everything.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try it out. I wasn't heavy on my diet, so I was or lifestyle or have. I call it diet because that's people click with that easier. I was like, okay, let me try it out because I still haven't finished it yet because I have to conserve it. I can't just be eating that stuff every day. It looks like a pretty
big jar too.
Yeah,
man.
It's you went back to the video. So it's cookie butter. I think it's different in each store. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this one has gingerbread and biscuits, crushed biscuits inside.
When you say biscuits, do you mean like American biscuits?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. That's what it says in the front. Like if you pause the video, you'll see like the explanation in the front. Like there's gingerbread. It's just like a little bit like gingerbread, and crushed biscuits are inside. So it's like very thick, not watery at all. Like peanut butter.
Does it have like little chunks and stuff in it?
No,
Like peanut
you
butter?
could get ones with chunks in them. Yeah, there's chunky.
That sounds weird.
Yeah, it's a different taste. It's not something. It's not like peanut butter. Like this is like for me, I like it when it's melted on a piece of toast. You know, it gets a little watery and it's ooh.
Are we talking about peanut butter right now? Because that's what I love about peanut butter.
Cookie butter and peanut butter. I like them both like that.
Okay.
And I do like peanut butter crunchy as well. I don't mind crunchy. But I do like creamy. But it's a weird taste. It's something I don't think everyone's gonna like it. I don't think it's the best thing in the world, but I do think it's good. Like I like eating it. You know, like one of those things. One of those things where it's like, you know what? I feel for cookie butter. Let me just swig some real quick. But it's not something. Oh my gosh, I have to eat it every second of my life. You know, it does taste good with apples and stuff. If you like if you're that type of person who likes to mix it with like fruit and veggies, it does taste good. That does sound good. Yeah, I like that type of stuff.
Does it just taste like cookie dough? I mean, that's what I'm imagining.
No, it doesn't. Like. It tastes like gingerbread man, but a paste.
Oh, really? That doesn't sound at all like you'd expect.
Yeah. Like I didn't expect that either. I was like, I thought it would taste like cookie butter.
Do you think that's just because of the specific brand you got?
I think so. I think because this is the Trader Joe's brand. I'm pretty sure they have different types of cookie butter. Right. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. So I don't know what other people got. I don't know what Cox and Crendor got. But all I know is that this is the one that they had at Trader Joe's, and it might be different for other people. Oh, that wasn't my phone at all.
I heard something. I thought, you know what, I was going to blame that on. I was going to blame that on the people next door in the other apartment.
Oh, yeah, DJ Silverlight. I was going to
say, someone's shouting outside. Someone's shouting in your hallway, Matt. Maybe you should go check. But no, it's
there's a lot of that during game day. A lot of that.
During game day?
Yeah, like Super Bowl, NBA Finals.
Oh, okay, right.
Oh, that's right. You're in the UK. Like, none of that stuff matters.
We don't care.
You have football.
Well, that must be coming up, right?
Go.
Dude, Brazilian soccer commentators are the greatest things in the world. You look at the impact they have; it's insane. There is literally a 3-minute video of a commentator just screaming "Go! Go! 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 Go!"
I was there for one of that. Well, not there, but I was I was at this Cuban place and they had football on, and I guess Caribbean. It might have been Cuban because I got a medianoche. It's like this Cuban bread, Cuban bread and butter, then some roast beef and then some pickles, and then they press it together. There's some. I think that's pretty much it. I think there's a little bit more. My wife would kill me if I don't get this right, but it's fine.
Is this somewhere that she brought you to so you could try it, and now you don't remember what it was?
It was a past girlfriend.
Oh.
But no. I had it way before I was dating her. But
someone could describe this podcast now as your husband went online and started talking about his ex publicly. That could be how they describe it now. That never sounds good, man.
Pass? Do you not have pass? You know?
Yeah, okay, that's true.
Yeah. You just gotta be careful what you do in your past. You know, that's what I like to think about. That's what I was thinking about back in high school. I was like, do I want to be known for getting a bunch of girls pregnant, or do I want to keep it in my past?
Here's the thing, though. You only have to be known for what you tell people. See,
your past comes back. Your past comes back.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I genuinely think that in some relationships, now everyone's different, and I'm not saying this is necessarily the same for me, but I do think in some relationships it can be healthier to just never talk about past relationships.
I think
some people just aren't in the headspace where they want to hear about everyone that you've been with before, and if that's okay with both people. I know several relationships that just work that way.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
How much have you talked about with your wife about past relationships?
Everything.
Everything. Oh.
Yeah, for me, I'm a little bit different, I respect other people. There's some things I might not tell her, not go into grave detail, unless it comes up and I'll tell her, or if she asks, I would tell her. I would never lie, because I just not my relationship is built on truth and being honest with each other regardless of how crazy it is. And yeah, I know. I'm brutal. And that's why I'm brutal on this podcast sometimes. Sometimes I'm just honest. You know, like I want to say something because like people thought that I was, I guess.
All right, no, tell the whole story. Tell the whole story about the comments and everything.
No, we're gonna go into
I love it.
this
okay,
early.
Let me just say, all right.
All right.
Your marriage sounds to me, and I think most people in the podcast would be like, Matt, why does your marriage sound so perfect? In my opinion,
it's not.
everything you have no. In my opinion, everything you have ever said about marriage is bang on. Like the way you and your wife treat each other, how open you are with each other. To me, it's like the height of perfection, or it sounds like anyway, right? Like all the right attitudes. And I think most people are on your side, okay?
Right. But I told people basically there isn't a Santa Claus and marriage is not just like some fairy tale, that you actually have to work to get to that point. I've been married for 5 years, and we like every year I like to look back on everything in my life in general and be happy with the progress I've made. You know, progress I made with my life. You know, I've done better with this. I've done this. We're not. You know, we're moving, we're saving up to go to a different house. We're saving up to get a car. You know, we're not going to stay in the same routine over and over again. You know, my wife doesn't just come home and, you know, we just sit here and look at each other, you know, and talk about the same stuff. You know, we go out, we keep it interesting. And I kind of like that type of stuff. I'm not going to talk about my marriage throughout like the whole podcast. So I try to keep it short as possible. And when you were telling me about that, I was like, nah, like it requires work. And, you know, people got angry with me that I said that. Oh, no, there's people who, you know, they just fall in love and everything is beautiful all their life. No, I don't know. I don't see it as true. And some people thought I was just being negative and like this is the way I think, but no, I just want to say I am not a stubborn person. My thinking can be changed. You know, like I'm not gonna just sit here and like say no, that's just fact. You know, I'm on podcast mode. Okay, like I'm just we're making it interesting. That's why Wooden Potatoes would dislagree with me on things, and I would disagree on Wooden Potato on things. Yeah, you know, like that's just—it's just fun. It's fun, like right? Why have a podcast where we just agree on everything? You know, like it's weird, but like,
well,
yeah.
Okay, so I got a question for you. It doesn't have to be about your marriage so much, but so I responded to this. You thought I was being sarcastic with this, but I genuinely believe this. I said there is no such thing as true love, and I do not believe in destiny. Like, now that's actually an interesting idea. Like, so you immediately thought I was being sarcastic. Do I come across as someone that would believe in those things?
Based on how you were acting on the podcast, I thought you were being sarcastic.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why for that. I think because I was reading these comments and I was like, no, like what happens? What tends to happen is that when you say stuff, and people would agree with you, right? But even if they have no experience, like I'm pretty sure most of the people who commented about this marriage thing, they're not married, and they don't have experience. It's not a bad thing. I'm not calling you out or anything, but I'm just saying they don't have experience. And that's because my wife was looking at the comments and she was laughing. She was like, "This guy is not married. This guy is not married." Oh, and she said some stuff that you probably don't want to hear. So yeah, like I thought you were being sarcastic, but I think if you would I think you could meet the right person. I think things kind of, things can happen.
Do you think there's more than one? Do you think there's only one right person though, or do you think that?
I don't know about that. I can't say. I can't confirm or deny it. You know?
Oh, you can deny it. Surely you can deny it.
Yeah, I could. I could deny it. It's just the thing is, I'm married, so it's like I wouldn't want to be with another person. So I don't know. That's my thinking. Yeah. That's my thinking right now. But yeah, like if one of us were to die, I would love for my wife, to find someone else, and I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you did a good twist there. I almost did a synopsis where it was MattVisual talks about his ex and about how if his wife died, he would be able to move on to another one.
No, trust me, there's a reason why me and my ex didn't work out. I've dated her for years, on and off, and no, there's a reason. No, I'm not going back to that craziness. No, 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 no. And that's a fact.
I'm very curious now. Maybe in a future podcast we can get some crazy X stories from Matt.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, when this podcast reaches like co-optional podcast girth.
Girth. Oh, what a word. Okay.
Then I will talk about something as personal as that.
Okay.
So that's me thinking that, that would never happen.
Are you scared that she's listening?
No, she's probably not listening. Well, she
Probably.
keeps tabs on
There's
me
the keyword.
with me not even knowing. We don't talk much. I'm really good friends with her brother.
All right.
Yeah, so that's a little bit into my life. So yeah, let's get off. let's go away from my life now. So what you been playing?
Oh, dude, come on. You know what I've been playing, baby. Haven't talked about on Grimrock, though, so on the podcast. Well, I just ruined it. Jesus. I've been playing Grimrock. Oh, my God. I'm a little bit disappointed. I have no right to be disappointed, okay? Because I'm a filthy mono gamer, and that's fine, right? I very rarely play other games. But I am a little bit disappointed that you haven't got further in the game. What can I say?
Who, me?
All right, now, yeah. Now you can be honest with me. It's totally fine. I know that it's kind of a weird control scheme. It's kind of a kooky game.
Yeah.
Are you digging it or not?
I dig it. Like, I don't know. I really enjoyed your Let's Play, right? Because I didn't play it the full thing by myself. I just watched you play it, and I just really enjoyed you just going through all the puzzles and stuff.
Yeah,
right. To be honest, I've been very busy with doing the reviews every week as well. But, it's hard to play for fun, when you're playing like bigger games to review.
Mm-hmm.
So, with Legend of Grimrock, I was like, oh, I could just do a review of it, but it ended up like, I don't know if I can. Like, it seems very, not boring, but I don't know if I could make it interesting for people who are watching. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
instead of like Legend of Korra, there's so many things I could talk about because I'm into the series, the cartoon series and everything like that, and it's a platinum game, and you want it to be good. It's a $15 game by Nickelodeon. Like tons of stuff I could mess around with. But with Legend of Grimrock, it kind of felt kind of like, I don't know, like it's a little bit slow.
Yeah, so like I said to you, I thought the Korra review was really good, and one reason that it was really good was because the game itself, any moment you're just watching the gameplay, like it's really engaging. You can see exactly what's going on. It just feels like it just drags you into it. Grimrock, though, it's like you might have a moment where you're like, whoa, what the hell? This is amazing kind of thing. But it might be because you picked up some loot that gives you +5 dex on a range or 3d6 or something. It's like, you can't talk about that. You can't, go through all of that. You can't explain all that. So I totally know what you mean. Like you were saying before we even recorded the podcast, you play a lot of games before settling on one to review, right? And yeah, I guess this will just have to be one that
I was thinking though. I was thinking after you finish it, and I finish mine before before you finish your Let's Play, that we do like a review thing, and you can tell your thoughts, and I can tell my thoughts. Like
that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, because like it would be a thing like, oh, you finished the Let's Play on your channel, and you would have like a whole bunch of thoughts because you 100% completed it, and then I'll have my thoughts because I don't know, the control scheme and everything, I would have thoughts, probably different from yours.
Absolutely, because it's got that high barrier,
Oh yeah,
it would be cool. Would this review be us like arguing or
no? It would be in the regular thing, but probably we'll like write stuff down, and you can give your I like, because reviews are opinion based, right? All you can do is give your opinion of what you think the game is. It's gonna be totally different than somebody else's. People would watch you because they enjoy what your opinion does. Like, oh, if he didn't like it, maybe I like it, or something like that. For you, giving a different perspective of the game would be nice, and kind of like give another perspective in the review. So
do you know what I think you should do?
What?
Right, cut all of this out of the podcast. Just snip. Right, take what we've said about Grimrock. Okay, slap that in a video. Push that bad boy out there. A couple of days. There you go. You got your review.
Amazing. If only I could just do nothing and
this is the kind
put
of
out
sly
a review.
stuff. Man, you could be so like corrupt and stupid. It's hilarious.
People like, Matt, what is this? Quality over quantity, man.
Referencing something.
That we talked about before. Yeah. So, okay. So, what have you been thinking about Legend of Grimrock? Was it worth the wait? Is it better than the first one?
I don't like to bog the talk down in like how YouTube influences stuff, but it's kind of like I haven't been able to play this. The first one, I just played it. I was like, I'll play this game. This game looks awesome. I'll do it. I've been kind of busy lately, and it's meant that I haven't had that file, you know, like that first sit down where you just play it, you're just totally engrossed, and you go for hours and hours and hours, and you come out the other side, and you're like, woo, I need a cigarette after that or something, right? Like, I haven't had that. Instead I've had, okay, play for like 2 hours. It's almost like I'm becoming an adult, and I can't binge on games anymore. And I get to play it for like 2 hours, and then I have to stop. And so the truth is, I've got to like a huge like mind blow that happens pretty early in the game, all things considered, and I haven't managed to play any further than that yet. Like, and it's had an influence. I've actually had a lot of times this week where I've actually had spare time to play, and I've been like, but I don't want to start playing Grimrock because I'm gonna get that itch and keep going and going and going.
Right.
So I guess I'll put it off until I absolutely have to, and that's kind of icky. I don't know. So I mean, so far I'm loving the game, especially as someone who was familiar with the previous. Like, you know, like you just pick it up a bit easier, and in terms of just raw improvements, my God, they did so much stuff. Do you know there's like swimming and stuff in the game?
What?
It's mental. Yeah. Yeah,
oh, wow.
you can go underwater and you hold your breath, and you start to drown if you're down there for too long. And like the turtles at the start, like you see them down there, they're swimming around. There's fish that you can grab out of the water if you're quick enough and use them. There's so much stuff, and like you find this huge, immense castle that is like where the majority of the later areas of the game takes place. But like, so you're trying to get in the castle for ages. It's like this giant hub. It is cool. It is a cool game, and I haven't got to play far enough in it yet. So far I'm loving it though. I really am.
Man, maybe after this craziness of because I've been playing a lot of Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2. Well, I haven't started on Dragon Age 2 yet. To confirm, because you ever have to repeat yourself a lot? Like for instance, last podcast I had to mention all the animes I've watched recently again, because I've kind of mentioned it before. You know?
Oh, dude, yeah.
I've like, no, guys, I've talked about Dragon Age many times. I played both of the games, you know, and because what I was saying on Twitter, I played both of the games. I'm replaying it now so I can review them before, and you know, have a memory, you know, remember all the lore and what I disliked and liked about the two games.
What do you do with your like lady companions in the game? I want to know.
And eventually come up to the review of Inquisition. The lady companions. I do what must be done to continue the story.
What does that mean? Okay.
I'm nice. I'm nice to the guys too. You know what I'm saying? Alistar is pretty hot. You know, give him a few gifts. What's up, bro? You know, the pretty boy.
The only time I really played a game with proper romance in it was probably the Mass Effects.
Oh.
I loved that stuff. I loved that stuff. It was so good.
Oh my gosh. 1 and 2. The only Mass Effect games to ever come out.
Ilana, was that her name? God, I can't even remember anymore.
Oh, the blue chick?
She will always have my heart. And I want to play the third one again because you could date her again in that, right? You couldn't in the second, but I think you can again in the third.
In the third, the relationship stuff is really like bare.
Oh, why? Why? Stop! No, we're not doing this. We're not going down the Mass Effect 3 is bad, blah 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 again. Like, no matter who I talk about it with, they're like,
no. There's plenty of people who like it, and plenty of people who are gonna disregard everything I say. Oh, don't listen to what MV says. Wooden potatoes. You should play Mass Effect 3.
I do hear that pretty much every day.
Yeah. Every time I mention that, Mass Effect 3 or Dragon Age 2, there's always somebody who says they should play it. Which
well, you're about to play Dragon Age 2, so I mean,
yeah, I want to see if I really hate that game as much as I did.
Or you were just caught up in the hate hype train?
I disliked it before I even. This was before I even was on the internet a lot. When I
Really?
played Dragon, yeah, Dragon Age 2. I was on the internet, but I wasn't like involved in the gaming community. You know, there's a difference. Just like for instance, a lot of people who play Guild Wars 2, they're new MMO gamers. They haven't played MMOs before, most of them, and they kind of just in the Guild Wars 2 community only. That's all they kind of know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
like when you introduce to them like all these other terms and other games and stuff, they just have no idea. Like, what is Dragon Age? What is that? Like, no one knows. Like, there's a certain threshold you have to kind of hit.
Oh, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What is Dragon Age?
you actually never played it?
No, actually, no, well, to tell you the truth, I haven't played it. But I know a fair amount about it. I watched a friend play quite a lot of the first one,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, but my memories of that are really warped. I remember it looking terrible, like graphically at the very least. But I always knew that it was like an RPG, right? I'm not talking about the second game. I'm talking about the first one. So I always knew it wasn't going to be a game that you could judge at first glance. That it was something you'd have to experience a lot of, really get behind the story of your characters and the branches that you've chosen, stuff like that.
The story is the strongest thing in that game. It's really strong.
Okay, the
Really.
story's good, but what about the actual universe? Like, is it just like generic fantasy, or is it got like a really cool twist?
I think it is generic fantasy, like, magic and stuff like that, but it's different. It's the way they, like, for instance, the Templars, right? They have order, like for all the mages all around.
Okay.
Whenever you show that you have magic, the Templars will take you away and put you in this tower, right, where all the magi are. And you have to go through all these tests and stuff like that. If you get possessed or anything like that, they kill you. Like, mages they're treated badly. And for instance, something that changes in the universe, it is generic, but for instance, elves. Elves are slaved by humans.
Oh, that is kind of cool. This sounds like there's a few
And
twists,
they're short,
to
too.
be fair.
Yeah.
Elves are short and so
Slaved
they're
by
like Christmas
humans.
elves.
Yeah, like, and I love the elf storyline, like the city elf, like we're like shoved into one corner. Kind of what like racism, like back in the day, slavery. We're all shoved into one town.
Yeah.
Because we don't want them near us, and they're servants if they're even in the white people town, whatever. Well, yeah.
The human people town,
The human
right?
people town.
No.
Yeah, sorry. I went back to slave ages. Come here, boy. Yeah. But yeah, like stuff like that. The story is strong. Anyways, I'm going to be playing through those and hopefully like 50-hour game. It's a 50-hour game.
Yeah,
That I have
like,
to kind of
so you've
squeeze
really gotta
through
commit.
in a week. Yeah, it's going to be something. But
Have you got anything else on your radar at the moment?
yeah, Lords of the Fallen is like a different kind of Dark Souls game. It takes a lot of inspirations from Dark Souls. A lot of inspiration for that game. It's coming out the 28th, and so is Sunset Overdrive for Xbox One. And I don't know, like, I've been trying to get into requesting review copies, and it hasn't been going so well. But because I wouldn't want to play a game in 2 days just like I did Legend of Korra and like make a review. Like that stuff will
Especially if
drain
it gets
you.
really repetitive as well, towards the
Yeah.
end, you're like, oh god, just let me get through this.
Oh, I didn't know the Legend of Korra. I didn't know that some people didn't like it because it was hard. Like even the ending boss, people thought the end boss was hard. I kind of liked the challenge. I think that was the only
Thing going for it towards
thing
the end.
going
That's what it
for
sounded
really,
like.
yeah. Like because a lot of the like, for instance, the mechs that look like the Big Daddies. Those got harder and harder as you went through the game, and they kept repeating them. But like very basic stuff like, oh, sometimes you can't counter them because they have electricity on their arm or whatever. And you have to use like different stuff, different counters. But all the counters are the same thing over and over again. It's just like, it's so depressing. But the end one it was really, really cool. Yes, all the counters were the same. But it was challenging, and I enjoy challenge. I enjoy the right type of challenge, and it really showed in the.
Do you think they were along the right track? They just needed more money and time.
I think they need more money and time, absolutely, and it would have been a really good game. I would have loved to see
otherwise it was
metal bending and all sorts of stuff in there. You know, like
you really
cool
made
stuff.
me want to watch it from that thing. I really want to watch that show now.
Show is good. Have you seen Avatar: The Last Airbender?
No. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I want to watch. I want to watch
Avatar:
The
Last
Last
me?
Airbender.
You have to watch that, man.
I know, especially. Do you really rate that as like the best animated show?
Yeah, I mean, it's not the number one. You know, I say that in the review, but for me personally, I would say that's probably one of the shows I would recommend to someone. Absolutely, like no question. I say that is one of my favorite shows of all time, animated shows. As far as animation,
you get me pumped for that. You get me really pumped for that.
It's just really good. It's just good. I'm not gonna spoil anything. Speaking of things that you need to watch, Alien. What did you think?
Things I need to watch. I think for the first time in history, I was ready with a movie review before someone else this week, which I was pretty happy with. Got any comments on that?
Well, I've watched it a few times already, so.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude! What a movie! What a movie!
Hold up. You liked it?
Yeah. I liked it. I'll say this.
What?
I didn't find it.
You liked a movie that I recommended? No.
This has happened before. This has happened before with something.
I don't know.
We've always been the opposite on movies. I never really got that feeling that we didn't like the same movies. But I guess maybe that's true to some level. It was a good film. It just
the black guy didn't die first.
Yeah. You know what? I left Matt a comment. Okay, talking about Halo Nightfall. Saying so Halo Nightfall is like this live action thing they're pushing out, and it looks like the main character in it is like a black guy. And I said 100 gold. Did I say £100? Whatever. That the black guy dies first. Sat down, started watching Alien. And I was like, immediately, I was like, oh my god, this is 1979 as well. This is absolutely going to happen. This guy is going to get owned. I thought that he was going to die first, even right up until the point where other people were being like, outright, like, stuff is happening to them. I'm still like, yeah, they'll be fine. It's going to be this guy that goes first. And then, in the end, you know, he was actually one of the last to go. Can we spoil a 1979 movie for people?
Yes, okay? Yeah.
Sweet. Oh, I love you.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you haven't watched Alien by now, dude, it doesn't matter. Like, just watch it. Just go watch it.
So he ended up like dying. And what I really liked as well was like kind of the uptight, kind of a bit of a but you know, smart at the same time girl that began in the background, like full on becomes the main character. I actually remember that when I studied film, we did this whole thing on like horror tropes and stuff. One of the main things about horror is like the last one to survive is always the chick. Like that's like this big thing, or the last survivor at least is the chick. And so that was definitely a big kind of thing with this movie too. What did you think of it, like rewatching it now, like with the special effects and stuff?
I still think the special effects, like, even though you kind of realize, like, for instance, when the android dies, you kind of get, like...
Yeah, the guy's face.
Yeah. And you remember when he hit it for the last time and it's, like, smiling? So
yes, weird. When it's smiling. You're so right. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Like, you know, like, I think for 1979, they did pretty good. They did pretty... Oh,
for sure. Because it was all models and stuff, right?
Yeah. It reminds... Yeah, like, you remember seeing the egg? When the alien comes out and grabs the guy's face, right? That nastiness that you see inside of the egg and everything, like, it just reminds me of The Thing. If you ever watched The Thing?
No, I've never seen The Thing.
It's the most grossest crap that you... Oh my gosh, that is happening. The mutations are ridiculous, and you just wonder, like, what? How? What? This is an old movie. How? You know, those effects are really good. Like the old Star Wars movies, you know, practical effects, I think it's called.
Yeah, where it's using stop motion and real models and stuff like that. Yeah. I will say, it was kind of cool seeing all the goo and the gory stuff. At the same time, I thought the effects were best when it was showing like the ship and it was showing like all those shots of them moving around on the planet. How cinematic was that? You got a dark scene, a few small guys, and amongst these massive rocks, you can see the methane boiling out, and then they're just one flashlight like just cuts through the darkness as they're moving around through all this fog. What? It's so cinematic,
dude. Like,
and then when he goes in the cave of the eggs,
oh yeah. In the beginning with the helmet, and you see like yeah. Like
I was watching that, I was like, oh my god, I recognize like so much of like this imagery, whether I'd just seen screenshots of it, stills of it before online, like accidentally, or whether it's just influenced like sci-fi and stuff since then. It was just so well shot. The other really cool thing was like the ship, right? Like, so for those who maybe haven't watched it, they're on a ship, an interstellar mining ship. So if you don't know that much about the universe, interstellar, okay, these are vast different distances. We're already talking about societies like advanced enough for faster than light travel and stuff, right? But the ship itself that the people are on, the Nostromo, it looks like so real, doesn't it? It looks like really realistic. It looks like the kind of thing you'd expect like orbiting Earth today, or you know, maybe just 50 years time. Even all the like the machines and stuff inside. Didn't you think that, like, it wasn't stupid? It wasn't like, oh my god, this was done in 1979. This is going to look really dumb. It's going to be all this really outdated
This is what they thought the future was going to look like back then.
And it's pretty accurate. It's, you know, there's the odd thing that's definitely wrong with it, but it looks so good. Like, just the size of the ship. Like, it's a massive ship on the outside, but you go inside and you realize it's all cramped and there's these tiny little docks that everyone's in. And it just feels, like, so well proportioned and awesome. I thought the movie got that so good, dude. So good. What did you think of like the characters and stuff? I made all these notes.
I always like, if you haven't watched the Alien movies, this is basically the plot, right? I'm about to say the plot.
Oh, so, no! I don't know if everyone hear this now.
Yeah. All right. So basically, in Alien movies, it's I guess it was the same as in Prometheus as well. Like, it's different in Prometheus. A ship, you go to a distress signal, right? And there's always one android in there.
Yeah.
And that's always fascinated by the creature. Always fascinated. And there is a AI intelligence, which what they call Mother in this movie, which is controlled by the company that sent them out there in the first place.
Do you ever learn more about that stuff?
It's always like you never see like Earth or wherever they come from.
Oh, well, I thought that aliens too, because just aliens. I thought that was going to be on Earth, and it wasn't going to be so much trying to be a horror. It was going to be like pure action, Marines, guns.
Yeah, it is action and stuff. But it's not on Earth though. It's on another planet.
What?
Watch it. It's good. It's a different style of.
Because I wanted to watch that. Like the other thing was like I was gonna say about the ship. You know, our ship, the Nostromo, looked all like human and stuff. And then they land on the planet, and you see the alien ship, and it's all delicately smooth and amazing. You're like, whoa, this alien has spaceships. I didn't even know it was going to be advanced enough for that, right? I thought it was just some stupid thing they pick up on the planet. It's like now I'm really curious. Where did the aliens come from?
Yeah,
well,
Prometheus. Watch Prometheus. They sort of touch on it, sort of. It's and also, by the way, you mentioned Nightfall by Halo. You know it's directed by the same person who directed Alien, right?
Whoa, you're joking right now.
No.
Really?
Oh, you didn't. I thought that's how you made it to Nightfall. It's because you looked up
I was just looking at Halo news, as always.
It's directed by Ridley Scott.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, you're blowing my mind right now.
Yep. Also, I was talking about like the characters. I feel like it's the android always has to be played by a strong character, like not a strong character, like as a person.
Well, he was like the generic evil British guy on this movie, right? This is around the time of Star Wars, stuff like that, okay? And all British people in movies were evil around this time, okay? And this was the same in this movie. I
felt like he did a good job, and he's like very annoyed and something, like, because you never expected him to be an android if you haven't seen the movie yet.
Yeah, I never saw that twist coming. Yeah, I never saw that coming. I was like, oh, he's just a guy.
And people didn't even know. Which is weird.
Oh, and they have him like, so that as an android, right? When it's revealed he's an android, he's like sweating this like white stuff, and you're like, what the hell? Earlier in the movie, you see the dude drinking like what you can only assume is a glass of milk, and I watched that scene, and I was like, What the hell? Why is he drinking milk? That's really weird. Milk? Why? Like, you never see movies make him drink milk. And then later it became a plot point. I was like, what? This is crazy. This is so cool. And then it just starts spewing everywhere. You realise he's an android. So you're telling me there's an android in the next movie. I'm watching for someone drinking milk in Aliens. Okay?
I can't remember, actually. I can't remember if there's androids in the second one.
Oh, you're trying to blow me off now. I bet there is. You're trying to like get the spoiler away out of my head. I'm onto you, Matt. I'm onto you.
But it's very true for very true for Prometheus and Alien. Like, it's the whole thing. Like, androids, they're not to be trusted with aliens around. It's just not. They're not to be trusted.
So they just love the aliens, right? Is that the deal? They just.
It's a I think it's a combination. People will be probably better explaining than I am, but I think it's a combination between them being controlled by the AI and them.
And the AI loves the aliens.
As
weapons of war or something.
Like the AI, because the company wants them to capture the alien and bring it back, right? That's the whole point, regardless of human life being spared. So it's this whole crazy thing, and I kind of like that type of. I like that formula. How
many movies are there that do the same formula?
I can't remember how it was because I can't remember the third or the fourth.
Oh, and okay, so this is going to blow it open even more. How does Alien versus Predator fit into everything? Because I heard that was basically a different universe.
Yeah, I think that's a spin-off. I
know all the games,
movies, but years ago.
Right.
Yeah, with Predator, they put Predators in there. I remember Predators with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh my gosh.
See, I want to watch all of it now. I want to watch all of it. I realized as I watched the opening scenes of this movie and we saw Jupiter or whatever the gas giant was supposed to be, I was like, damn, I really need a good like sci-fi. Like, I haven't seen a good sci-fi for a while. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
And you have to go in the past. You have to go in the past to get some good sci-fi these days.
Yeah.
Because most of the shows get canceled or they're just bad. You know?
Sci-Fi Channel is where stuff goes to die.
Well, I mean, Alphas went to die, or Eureka went to die. But Eureka wasn't really like sci-fi, space stuff, though. But I liked Eureka.
What did you think of, like, the main chick in the movie?
You're talking about,
she's famous.
Sigourney Weaver? Sigourney?
Was that her? I remember a really big name. There was only other one chick, and she was pathetic and annoying, and I kind of was happy when she ended up going.
Yeah, she was kind of annoying.
There's an alien! Don't go! It's in the vents! It's coming towards you! No, not that way! Ah! Oh my god. Popeye save me. Shut her mouth. Jesus.
And the black guy died trying to save her. That was just
I know! I really liked that guy. He's like, yo, I want to get my share. Give me my share of the money.
Yeah, I like that.
I was like, why are they making the black guy like the kind of guy that's a bit angry with everyone and not very happy? But he was right as well. He was like, I don't want to go down that planet. Why we got to help these people? And knowing that it's called Alien, you're like, he's right. Listen to him. He's being a douche, but listen to him. It's not an SOS. I thought the dialogue was so good though. Like when the guy first comes back and he's been infected and again, the black guy's like, I can't remember his name. I feel really bad. But he's basically like, yeah, why don't they freeze him? Well, why don't they freeze him? And he says, why don't they freeze him? Over and over and over and over. And I really liked that. I was like, that's so realistic. Later on, the chick that's been very, calm the whole time, she's just like doing her job or whatever. She knows bad stuff's happening. When people start dying, she starts getting in this argument with a person and she's like, listen to me. Why don't you just listen to me? It's so good. And then she's like, all right, we're just going to put it in the vents. We're going to blow it the fuck up. It's so good, man. I loved all of the dialogue, so much of the interaction between the people, and just how they start freaking out.
What do you think about the reactions, though? Because I really enjoyed some of the reactions they had, because it almost felt like, because I don't know if I could confirm this. I heard it somewhere. I think it would be in one of those Watch Mojo top 10 shows. There's an unscripted event. And I think that's what it was. I think it was from Watch Mojo. Unscripted event. You remember when I was telling you last week on the podcast that there's a scene where something pokes out of somebody, right? So the alien.
Okay.
So the alien. You remember when the alien bursts out of the guy's chest?
Yeah.
And it looks like a pole. Basically, someone's holding a pole or something, and it like curves.
Right. Yeah.
Like under the desk. That scene is supposedly unscripted.
How can something so visually choreographed be unscripted?
That was weird. That was weird. I think it's because they were saying, "Oh, hold him down," or not. Well, not hold him down, but like sit there and wait and not know if like an alien was gonna pop out. I have to watch the video again. Disregard this if I'm wrong. But there,
I'll tell you what.
But I think it kind of flows in. Well, hold on. I think it kind of flows into the other stuff because you remember when she was. You remember when they when the little alien parasite got off of the guy for the first time and they started looking for him. And like it almost seems like they were like pranking her, like she didn't know like stuff was gonna happen. Like basically act like a person who's very scared of what's gonna happen next. And she's like, okay. She goes in and like the guy hits over, like trips over something, and she's like, ah! Like it for some reason it seemed like someone who was a little squeamish at the time. And then when the little like it's like somewhat she reacted to equivalent of like someone putting a fake snake on your neck. And she like tripped out. She like it looked like she legitimately like got creeped out that something was on her.
I don't understand. Are you saying she was acting well, or are you saying?
Yeah, well, like it seemed natural. It seemed like it was unscripted. Like be very scared. It almost it makes me think about something else that was a little bit unscripted, or maybe not unscripted, but used to kind of force a better job when acting. In what's that Nicholas? Who played the old Joker? Was it? His name is Nicholas something. The crazy guy.
The old Joker.
Jack Nicholas. Jack Nicholson,
right?
What did? Oh my gosh! What did he play in? I forgot. I really forgot the show. It's one was, Here Comes Johnny. What is that movie from?
The Omen.
No.
The Shining. The Shining.
The Shining.
Oh my God! Please cut the Omen out of the podcast.
No.
Yes.
I make mistakes now. You have to make mistakes
damn
too.
It. The Shining.
The Shining. He actually treated the girl actor bad. His wife bad. Not his wife.
What,
but
IRL? So he was in character the whole time. He was method acting.
Treat her bad so she could dislike him enough because he felt that her acting was bad.
Yeah.
And it could have been better. So he would make her feel like uncomfortable and everything to force her into acting the way she should be acting, you know, with, I guess.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he could be. Well, I guess many of his roles, he is a pretty intense dude. That's going to come through IRL a little bit, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's mental.
Well, Heath Ledger, you know what I'm saying? Overdose? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wait, were we talking about Heath Ledger now?
No, we're no. But yeah, dude. I thought it was. I've watched it already. I still think it's one of those really, really good movies from 1979.
All right. I just got one more thing I want to say. Well, two things, okay? That scene you said with the chest, where she explodes out of the chest, right? Pretty cool. I sort of knew it was coming. It's like I mentioned last podcast. Like, that's an iconic scene. I can imagine a lot of people getting freaked out with something like that. But I got to say, that was also the moment where I stopped to be scared of the movie completely. Like, completely. Because you see the...
Yeah, it's like
you
a pole,
the
right?
alien... it like slides across the floor like some stupid little plastic-looking worm. I was like... It wasn't even laugh out loud funny at the time for me. I was just like, oh, damn, it looks stupid. Okay, and obviously it changes design later as well, but that was the moment. But it was saved by, you know, just how realistic so much stuff was. She goes in a guy's cubbyhole at one point, and there's porn on the wall. Did you see?
Yeah.
There's like all these naked ladies, like, and it's fully graphic. They don't censor anything. Obviously, they got all this violence anyway. So, and they pay no attention to it, whatever in the movie. You just look in the background where some guy's been working, and it's like, yeah, you know, these people out in the spaceship for 10 months plus at the time. They're gonna bring some material. I guess it's kind of silly that they would have it in paper form.
It's not really censored. I mean, back in the days, women didn't wear bras. You know what I'm saying? It was just like regular like that. It was a different age. Huh?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? In the 70s, people wore bras. Come on.
No. I'm talking about like in the shows, like you would see people not wearing bras. Like now you. Don't
that's
see
true.
That
she doesn't even wear one. Yeah, at the end. Oh my god, she's pretty hot at the end. She's wearing these little like friggin' panties and this top, and she's not wearing a bra.
Calm down.
It's like you can't help.
Like in a different world, like you see a lot of scene, like, and that's like in the 90s, like they didn't wear bras. Like some people didn't wear bras. Now it's like you have to wear bras. Right now, you always see people with bras. You never see like a girl without a bra.
You get judged as a female actress, don't you? You get judged for it. Because people are like, oh, they're just trying to put sex appeal into their work.
Yeah, now it's a little bit
For no
different
reason.
now. Yeah, now it's a little bit different. Now girls can't just be like, oh, you know what? I don't feel like wearing a bra today. Like, I mean, it's whatever. I mean, everyone has their own thing going on, but yeah,
I think
not
the
gonna go down
human
that
body is disgusting and should constantly be hidden up
road.
at all times. I think it's outrageous to express one's body. Disgusting.
Just
We're all filthy,
yeah,
Matt.
art and all that type of stuff of naked guys.
Get rid of it.
Huh?
Put clovers, leaves and stuff over the junk of all the old statues. That's what I say.
Yeah, don't just
I
let
don't-
it all hang out.
Think about the children, Matt. Think of the children.
Right, because they don't see any of that, right?
No, not at
No,
all. They
not at
shouldn't
all.
be. Not in your household. They need to be repressed and have no knowledge or education on certain things.
Don't leave
about
the
their own
bathroom
bodies.
door open. Look, Daddy, it's a snake.
Wow.
Is that an
Oh, you messed it up. Go again.
I just got finished watching my Atacana don't of the Nicki Minaj video, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? What is it? Have you seen it?
No, you're gonna have
Okay.
to link me.
No,
You're going to
nah.
have to link me.
You can look that up. Anyways, aliens. There you go. We went on a little bit longer, but it's fine.
Oh, dude. Also, I hate cats, man. If there's
You
any
hate-
good justification for hating cats, it's this movie.
Well, if something will make you feel better, you remember when she was she was supposedly carrying the cat. When she was going inside of the shuttle, she like kind of like tosses the box inside with the cat inside. You ever
I didn't
seen
pick
that?
that up, but yeah, I guess
Yeah, like
that,
she like
that would've
tosses
hurt.
it in, and like it falls, and like it flips upside down, and she like just pushes it. I'm like, whoa, the cat's in there, dude.
Was the cat legit in there as well for the film?
Nah, I
think, or
doubt
you
that
reckon
they would
used
do
a
that.
dummy?
I doubt.
No, it was
doubt.
unscripted. They just went with it. They just went with
Right.
it.
Right?
I didn't
love
see it say in the
unscripted
credits
stuff.
no animals were harmed in the making of this movie. So you're allowed to harm animals if you just don't put that in the credits, you know. And nobody finds out. Law number 1 of filmmaking: make sure
Right, a dog
nobody finds
dies.
out.
Right? Oh, it's CGI. It's CGI.
It's actually kind of sad about the amount of like horses and stuff that still die shooting films.
What, are you
Let's
serious?
just drag it down for a second. Oh yeah, dude, it was a serious issue. Maybe not so much anymore, but it was a serious issue for a long time.
Damn.
A long time. Yeah. Get worked too hard.
It makes
don't
you
know
think about I didn't watch the documentary yet, but I was hearing about this documentary when they talk about like SeaWorld and stuff like that, where these
Oh, I heard of this. Did you know
Yeah.
that crippled their profits?
yeah.
Did you know that? Like, it absolutely destroyed. Like, they actually came out with a public statement and said, yeah, since this thing came out, we've lost a lot of money. Like, people don't come here anymore. It was huge. It was big news when that, like, statement came out.
So basically it was where some of the creatures that they have there, they have intelligence. They have intelligence, and they're just being cramped into this like cell, I guess you can say, or cage, or what aquarium.
Tank.
And they're cramped. Yeah, they're cramped, and they get frustrated, and it's like torture, really, because these things are intelligent. It's like if we were in a tank every day of our lives.
Have you heard about, like, this is kind of a scary topic to read about, and you can see videos of it happening online as well. Like, even on YouTube, not weird, like, websites, but, like, killer whales and stuff, or I shouldn't say killer whales, just big whales, things that are used as shows, in places like SeaWorld, just randomly attacking their trainers and trying to drown them, and just catching them and, like, grabbing their leg with, like, sheer power, and just dragging them underwater and keeping them underwater for ages and ages and ages until these people, like, sometimes successfully actually drown. It's horrifying.
Whoa.
It is horrifying. There's been
Whoa.
loads of incidents of it as well. Just they suddenly, perfectly happy, their whole lives. And you got to remember, we're dealing with wild animals that we are frustrating and keeping in captivity, that eventually, they'll snap, because, I mean, what else have they got to do, right?
Right.
It's crazy. It's crazy to read about some of that stuff.
I mean,
Make your blood run cold.
it happens. That's why I could never like be comfortable myself playing with like growing up with like lions or anything like that. Anything that can eventually overpower me, like like in mega strength. Like if I'm not strong enough to handle one bite, then there's no point. Why am I gonna be wrestling with lions and stuff? You ever seen that guy do that? I don't think he's died or anything like that. I know another person died from like gorillas. Was it gorillas?
I saw one where a guy posted a YouTube video, like 2009 whatever, posted a YouTube video of him and his pet hippo, and he was playing with his hippo out back, like rolling around in the swamp or whatever, playing with a fully grown hippo, and then years later, like 2013 I guess this was, maybe it was 2012, it came out in the news that it had killed him. And so now there's a video online you can watch of a guy playing with a hippo that will eventually, a couple of years later, just kill him. It's messed up stuff like that. It's like, what?
Yeah,
and it's just proof. The thing looks so docile and happy and normal, and you have to remember, like, there's a reason some of these things are called wild animals. It's because they will just randomly lash out. It doesn't. You might think something loves you, but you know, if people think that cats love them, then that's proof enough that people, you know.
Oh, don't go there.
Have it wrong.
Don't
no,
go
I'm
there.
gonna go there. Screw you, internet. Cats suck.
Yeah, that's what I kind of don't want to have a cat, and I don't want to deal with a dog again, because you know, like it's a lot of work. I trained my German Shepherd from young age, and it was just a headache because it's like a child. And cats, like I feel like they'll just eventually leave me, and they was like, you're not interesting enough anymore. Because you know when they're cramped up inside, and you don't give them enough to do, they tend to lash out a little bit. And it depends on what cat you get, I think. You know, just like how you get different dogs. But I don't want to deal with that. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, maybe I'll get a cat one day. Maybe I'll try. If it treats me wrong, I'll just throw it outside. No, I'm just joking.
Well, you went one step much further than me there. And the scary thing was, I was just nodding my head, like, idly as you said it. I didn't even think anything of it. I was like, oh, wait, no, that's bad. No.
No, I'll probably give it to Humane Society. But what have you been watching? Get a chance to watching any shows and stuff?
Have I been watching any shows? I've been, as ever, very tempted to dive headfirst into the Marvel Cinematic... not the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Though Age of Ultron trailer came out, baby!
Oh my gosh, it was so good.
There are no strings on me. Oh my god, so good! And I watched the Pinocchio song as well after it. I was like, yeah damn, baby. Alright, but no, the DC stuff going on TV. I've been tempted, what can I say? And I'm still tempted. And now the Flash has just come out. Do you know what? I used to be super into the Justice League on TV, the animated Justice League. So into it that it makes me really want to, you know, this is one of the big reasons why I want to get into the DC stuff now, when it's all live action and whatever. And I keep hearing stuff's get better. I even heard Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which obviously is the other side, but I even heard that got good as well for a while.
Yeah,
which is where the trailer was originally going to come out.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until it develops a little bit.
Apparently it's there now, dude.
Is there?
Apparently it's there. Yeah, it's like season 3 now, isn't it? Season 2 at least.
Oh, wow.
And apparently it started getting very good.
After I finish off stuff, I'll get back to it. I recently finished off Once Upon a Time.
Right.
You know, story is good. You know, I enjoy Once Upon a Time. It's a little racist. A little season 2 is a little racist. You know what I'm saying?
How's it racist?
It's spoilers really if I say it. But if people who have watched season 2 and finished it, think about all the black people in Once Upon a Time and what they have done and what has happened to them. Okay?
Wow.
And I want you to tell me if that's not racist.
Speaking of that,
joking,
Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Walking Dead came back. Walking Dead, famously known, for those out of the loop, as having a one black guy at a time only rule. Literally, has a black guy, they kill him off, introduce a new one. Has a black guy, kill him off, introduce a new one. That's exactly what they do. Only slightly broken.
Spoilers, dude. That's spoilers.
Oh, come on. What, for the first, it's been going on so long. They did break that trope recently, I'll say that much, okay? So, and then,
hold on. What are you talking? What season are you talking about?
The whole way through the show of The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
That's what it's always
yeah,
been like.
Oh, yeah, I made fun of that, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's okay. Anyway, but now, more recent episodes, there's a lot of black guys, so it's like there's a melting pot right now. We're just waiting for one of them to die.
I like how it's like it's black guys, you know, not like black girls.
There's a black
like it's
chick
always
as well.
black. Yeah, it's not. It's always black guys that are dying. Like, oh, they're just guys. Whatever. They're replaceable.
It's so bad, but they have broken out of it now. The new season actually is really warming to me. I'm really enjoying it. It's obviously only 2 episodes out now.
I have to catch up. I have to catch up on the last season.
You remember last year on the podcast I was saying about how I didn't really like The Walking Dead anymore?
What? No, you said that, and then in the middle of the season it got better. You said.
Oh, okay. So at least I acknowledged it got better in the middle of the season. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's really good at the moment. It's definitely improved an awful lot. Crazy tense stuff going on.
Can't wait to get back there. I have to wait for my wife though.
Yeah.
All right, because she'll get angry if I watch it without her. But also, I've watched something that many anime lovers on this podcast wanted me to watch, Hunter x Hunter, and it is fantastic. It's good. There's a lot of things.
Talk to me about it. What is it?
All right, so basically, it's about a boy, and this is a world where. I guess it's the regular old time type world. No, it's not really old time because there's laptops and stuff. But it's like, monsters exist, stuff like that. It's a little bit like Dragon Ball Z, right? It's not like Dragon Ball Z like with ki and everything like that and the way it's presented, but Dragon Ball Z in terms of how it is. Like there's monsters around and stuff like that. And there are these people called hunters. Is there monsters around? I could be getting that wrong.
If there's no monsters, what are the hunters hunting?
The hunters are hunting people who are bad. Bounties.
Oh, okay, so they're bounties. People.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And there's a special way to become a hunter. And his dad left him at like the age of 9 and went to become a hunter, and he never figured out why. So he's going to be a hunter now to figure out why, and that's like the basic story in the beginning. And he's a strong kid, and like just the characters and the way, like in the beginning, like the mom just doesn't say anything, right? And I could be looking too much into this, but the mother just doesn't say anything. They're talking like bad about her son, like, oh, he's never gonna catch this huge fish or whatever, because he made a bet with his mom if he catches this the king of the sea. He can go take the hunter's exam, and this guy's like 12 years old. In anime, kids are strong, so
yeah.
He catches this big fish, but before then, like the villager's like, oh, he's not his father's son, or blah blah blah. And she's like silent, like she knows that her kid is gonna do it, and she doesn't want to let him go, just like the father went. And like she stays silent. The grandma is talking to her, silent. And then she like finally like opens her mouth, saying, like, I wish you well, and blah 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 to her son and stuff. Like she does, I don't know, like that, and he kind of takes that too. There's a moment where he doesn't say anything as well, and he's just being like, he's just very thoughtful of things before he says it. He's not just like a little dumb kid. Like he's not a Goku, It's like, oh, I'm dumb, but I'm strong. No, he has a very childish I guess personality, but he's also very insightful, I guess. And I just really like the character. And all the other characters that come in, like they all have their own story that's very interesting, and you want to find out what happens. And then it doesn't feel like, oh, I like character progression, and that's why they gave it to me. Like people getting stronger, it meaning something when it gets stronger. It's not something like, like for instance, Hitman Reborn is kind of like that, where all of a sudden he finds this hidden power and he beats the strong opponent, and then it keeps happening over and over again. Like hidden power, boom, and he beats it. Like it gets old, and the explanations get really stupid after a while. But here, like it seems like the fighting style, and then all of a sudden, boom, like. These kids don't know nothing. There's this whole other realm that they have to learn, and then you see the process of them learning it, and why people were stronger than them early on in the season, and like it's kind of mashes together. It seems like they knew what they were getting into when they were making the show, and hopefully it continues to be good. I'm like on episode 25 or so, but I've talked enough. I really enjoyed Hunter x Hunter so far. It's a very clean one too. It's like a clean anime. It's not like fan service everywhere and stuff, and I really like those. I know, because a lot of the fan service animes tend to be really good in story as well, you know. But I don't know. I can't get around with it.
Whatever. Yeah.
I can't get around with it. Like Kill la Kill, and No Game No Life. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, good story, very interesting anime, but like I don't want to see a little girl's panties. Like, what is that? What is that? The animation is top notch too. Like Kill la Kill has a awesome style, but then like she basically is wearing like Victoria's Secret stuff. Like, it's just like, why? Like, no, I don't care. And I get it. It's Kill la Kill is kind of like Bayonetta, where like they overdo it to the point like it doesn't matter. But I don't care. I still don't want to see that. I still don't want to see that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty terrible.
Like she's basically naked, and just all sorts of jiggling going around. Like, it's just like like in stuff like Berserk, I was fine with, you know, seeing stuff, but like this is going overboard. That's why when I never want to review Bayonetta, and I probably don't want to play it until Super Bunny Hop forces me to, because he really loves that game. Right. Because I'm gonna mention it. That I don't like. I don't care if it's they're just overdoing it as a style. I'm not a fan of it. It's not a point of girls shouldn't be showing stuff. No, it's not about that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it unless it has purpose. You know?
Yeah.
That's just it. It has nothing to do with this whole craziness that's going on.
Well, if it just looks cheap and it's transparent, then it can ruin it, you know? Especially if you're trying to set up a good story where you're engrossed in something else, and every time it happens, you're just immediately taken out because you're thinking of something else. It breaks the immersion. That would be my main issue with it.
Yeah.
That it just breaks the immersion constantly, because it always makes you think about the fact you're watching a show and what they're deliberately doing as a show instead of the plot itself, which should be engrossing you.
Okay, we have like 2 questions, okay? And we
only have 2 because
oh my gosh, how did this happen?
No, just twist it this way, all right? We had loads of questions this week, guys, loads, but unfortunately we've been recording for a little bit too long, so we'll just pick the first 2. Really sorry about that. I mean, there were so many, it's unbelievable, right? I mean, there's just hundreds here. I'm just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So the first one comes from Martin Pocconi. Who says, here's my question. What's your favourite not-so-RPG open-world game like GTA? There's been quite a hype last year about the latest GTA 5, yet I don't realise you two ever mentioned it. Are you not into these games? The last GTA I played was San Andreas, but I have fallen out of touch with them.
I have fallen out as well. The last one I played was 4. Was it? No. Hold up. What's the new one that came out? 5, right?
Yeah, 5 just came out.
Yeah, 4. I played 4. I really enjoy GTA games for the radio. I've mentioned this. The radio.
Dude, yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Because we listen to the radio all the time. I listen to just the radio.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So my friend ripped it off and like would have it in the background sometimes, like when we're like just regular doing homework and stuff, and we were like laugh at stuff. Like it's there's a lot of polish in GTA games. I actually enjoy the story in GTA games a lot. Like, I even played the PSP games. I really enjoy GTA games. And, you know, I don't really play it for, I guess, what other people play it for, which is, like, shooting cops and I guess that's not really true. I think that's what the media says about GTA. You know, I play GTA for really the story, what they do. There's a lot of things that are just, like, laugh out loud funny in GTA. There's a lot of love going into it, I think.
I don't play GTA because a guy at my school used to play it, and then he became a murderer, and they said it was because he plays Grand Theft Auto. So I don't want to be a murderer, you know? Like,
amazing.
I don't understand why they're such big games in the first place.
But I'm waiting for GTA 5 to be on PC.
Absolutely, that's what I was going to say. I'm always cautious of playing huge games, just because like the time sink and I binge stuff. It's just not gonna happen. Like it's scary, but I mean, in any world, especially when it comes to GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption, stuff like that, I'll wait the arbitrary Rockstar year before it comes out on PC and then play that, you know, where it has the mods and maybe even improvements. Doesn't the PC version of GTA 5 have more radio stations and stuff?
I think it has a lot more, a lot of things. It might be, would it be the same thing? It might include DLC if they have had it. I haven't caught up with it. I just know that they're really like, they're adding weather systems to it. They're adding a lot of stuff that they couldn't add into the console versions because the consoles just couldn't handle it. I mean, it's old hardware, so obviously.
Yeah, I had this crazy thing about the credits of that game, and how because there's so much music in the radio stations that the credits, if you just watch them, especially with whatever this updated version is with the more music and stuff in it, it's like 35 minutes or 25 minutes flat to get through the credits. Just think about that for a second. 35 minutes.
Jeez.
It's insane. They're like some of the longest credits ever just because of how much music there is. And that's why I think that they added more, because I remember someone saying, oh, they're even longer if you get all the bonus tracks and stuff. But they do look good, you know, they look fun and they look graphically beautiful. The GTA 5 does anyway. I'm not actually that excited about the online stuff, to be honest. I always just get kicks off of the open world and well, it's like I say, San Andreas was the last one I played, but you know, dressing my guy up, getting different foods, you know, trying to, you know, have you ever heard of hot coffee?
Yes, I have. Yes.
Yeah, hot coffee. I was reading.
There was actually a mod that made you able to do it on PS2, which was weird.
Yeah, no. This was this huge thing, okay? So, hot coffee, if people don't know, there was an old mini game in San Andreas that was being developed and got cut out, where if you got your romance score high enough with a woman, and it's really bare bones in this game, okay? But you could drive her back to your place, and then you'd hook up, you know, you'd do the deed. And in the final released game, you'd just see them walking in the house, and then you'd hear some funny noises, and the screen would go black, and then you'd come back, and you'd get like a boost to whatever stat, right? But during early development, they actually had a mini game where you could, you know, you could see a bit more and interact a bit more.
See a bit more? Yeah, you could see a lot.
And they cut it out, understandably so, but because it was technically still in the game and you could just run like a memory, like a save patcher to get access to it again, people did that very shortly after San Andreas came out, and it got like this rating. I can't remember what the rating is, but there's a video game rating that is adults only, okay? And it's like the rating of death for video games. If your game gets adults only, like no shops will stock it. It gets all this terrible, it just will not sell. And San Andreas actually got the adults only rating, so they had to release further versions of it where this was patched. But it still does exist, and there was like court cases about it. It's like a really good example of dumb journalists in traditional media saying, oh, you know, this is so crass and rude and terrible, without ever actually having played the game or understanding any of what's going on.
It's so sad when you hear them talk. Like, every time I see them, they were talking about Gamersgate the other day and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just like, do you even know what you're talking about? Like,
do you
it's
like
just kind of sad. Oh, I don't watch any of that stuff.
See,
my friend hates Fox News. Hates it. Constantly sends me stuff.
I don't know what it is about it. It just... I'm used to the BBC, which, for better or worse, they can be biased. They do try to be very impartial, and I'm actually very proud of the BBC. But I was watching this interview yesterday from Elon Musk, the guy from Tesla, founded SpaceX, right? Is doing all this crazy cool stuff. And he was having this interview with this woman on Fox News, and I hated it. I loathed that woman. Even though she was being kind of smart, every word she said, it's like the interviewers try and talk more than the interviewees. Mm-hmm. Like, what is up with that? Like, you want to hear Ellen talk, and she's like, oh yeah, so how's it gonna land? And he starts going off on all this interesting stuff, and she's like, okay, all right, let's talk about something else straight away. And I was like, oh, shut up! And it just seems like everything I ever see of Fox News is still... What other options have you got, though? CNN, right? Is that any better?
Yeah, I stay away. I know it sounds bad, but I kind of just stay away from all that.
You don't watch TV?
Yeah, I don't watch TV much.
You're one of those scary old guys that's, you know, doesn't watch TV.
Yeah, just sits in his house and plays video games all day.
That's old man Matt's house. Some say he hasn't left in years. Stop throwing your ball in my lawn. That would be totally
accurate. My wife is like, you need to get outside the house. I'm like, babe, come on, I don't need to be out. You need to get outside the house, so let's go eat. And I'm like,
it's good. Just tell her how you're protecting your skin from harmful UV rays.
I'll be like, woman, you listen to me right now.
All right, I take back everything I said about your healthy marriage. Everything.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Oh no! Predictable.
All right, next question.
It's from Ultra who says, all right, so I've got a question for both of you. If you could go on an adventure in real life, what would it look like? Would it be action-packed? Will there be treasure? Or do you rather go for the sightseeing? Will it be full of parties and high life, or rather somewhere far away and secluded in an abandoned train station or something? No restrictions.
I think we should start with me going over to the UK, meeting up with you, and then we go on your adventure of seeing the world. And now we can use our imagination. So we start there. There. I meet up with you. I get really huge on YouTube. I'm like the next PewDiePie, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to play a game and just like barely edit it and throw it up for weeks and weeks and weeks, and just me and you go out. Me and you go out and we explore the world. Right?
Have I ever yeah, okay, this is good.
And
Have I ever told you about one of my ultimate YouTube dreams? That is totally related to this.
Yeah. You said you talked about the same thing, but not as disgusting as how I said it. Yeah.
Well, what I'd love to do as well is though, you get all this money, you got resources, okay? Ultranaut says no restrictions, okay? So here's what we do, okay? Me and you, we pay a guy. We find the best D&D dungeon master we can find, who also has a real life, like, and knows the real world and can get stuff done, right? We find that guy, okay? We pay him heaps of money to make our trip through Europe a giant, like, adventure game, right? So it's not like we're actually playing D&D, but he sets up cool scenarios and hires actors and people to come and interact with us, and we have like an overall goal of some kind. So as we are adventuring through life, not only are we doing, you know, touristy stuff, or maybe no touristy stuff at all, we're doing it with like this overarching narrative and story. We vlog it as it happens. We upload, you know, each day of the adventure is another vlog. Boom. Beautiful. That's literally one of my highest dreams. I would love to do that. What do you think?
I would love to do that, actually. Shoot, you make me want to think about doing that in the future. That'd be pretty cool,
dude,
actually.
It's so cool. I'm telling you, it is the greatest idea that has ever existed, okay? Imagine how fun that would be for us, and how fun it would be to watch. Everyone gets wrapped up in the story, and obviously you'd have to suspend your disbelief a little bit. You'd be like, oh, this guy's talking to us. This is clearly an actor that's been paid, all right? But whatever, you know, we'll do our thing.
Kind of.
Yeah! Oh, man, how cool! All right, where do you want to start? Do you want to start in Europe?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah?
Let's do that.
Do you want to start in London and stuff?
Yeah. You know, since we're there already, you know what I'm saying? And I haven't seen it at all.
Okay, all right.
And I could walk around trying to fake a British accent, you know, for half the video, and making British people feel very uncomfortable. Yeah.
Well, why didn't we get a... Never mind, I'm not going to put you on the spot. It would be good. It would be good.
Well, why don't we what?
Well, I was going to ask you to do one now.
Oh, no, I can't.
Yeah, give us a preview. And then I said I wasn't going to put you on the spot, and now I have put you on the spot because you asked. So there you go.
Oh.
And then we can go to France and check out that glass pyramid.
Yeah.
And, you know, we can be on our quest for the Holy Grail.
It's, like, iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. I would love to taste
Throw
the
pennies
food,
at people.
though. That's what I'm really mostly interested in the food. I'm going to get fat. Like,
but what about the pickpockets?
See, that's what I'm always scared about that. Like, should we rock the fanny pack? Should we rock the fanny pack?
I'm not rocking a fanny pack. I live in Europe. I live among the thugs and pickpockets and crime and stuff, right?
Right.
So I'm used to it, right? So, you know, I can just walk around
You're from the
however
Wales.
I like. I'm from the Wales. Yes.
From the Wales. By the way, I didn't notice what you were saying. It was 2 podcasts ago when we were talking about. I didn't notice what you're saying. When you were saying like, oh, it's I said countryside, and you're like, no, it's a different country entirely. What are you talking about?
Oh, you didn't know that I meant it was
no.
I
I understood, but I didn't get what you were talking about at the moment. Like, and I was just like messing around the whole time.
Oh, right,
yeah. But I saw like now when I re-listened to it, I was like, oh, I get what he was saying. Oh, he was like being real. I was like, yeah. I know it's another country. But yeah, it's the Welsh, which is weird because I never knew they were from the Wales. It's such a awesome name.
It's not the Wales. It's
the
just
Wales. They're from the Wales. It's fine. So
are people from the France and the Germany?
I would love to taste like just all types of food and just enjoy food. And
so how is
that
lifestyle going at the moment then?
How's the what?
How's the diet, the lifestyle going?
Oh, it sucks.
With your cinnamon toast and cookie.
I'm hovering like around 180. I'm like a little bit less now. But it's just like
I think you should put a little bit on.
I put a little bit pounds lately because, like I wanted to kind of try a bunch of stuff. We went out a bunch of times, me and my wife lately, and wanted to explore some restaurants that we haven't before. Yeah, like we both kind of been like just kind of staying away from certain stuff to make sure we kind of maintain a little bit. Because recently we kind of went a little bit crazy. Because a lot of stuff was going around here. We were doing a bunch of conventions and all sorts of stuff that we're helping out with church. So we end up eating, since we're outside of the house. That happens. Yeah. So yeah. But that's, and because I do the video work, so I have to do a bunch of that stuff. So I'm on my feet, and I don't got time to be like. I don't have a car, so I can't like drive to like a Publix or whatever store and get me a salad. It's hard to get all that stuff. So I have to get whatever is like near me at the moment because I have to eat. Because if I don't eat, something very bad happens to me. And my body starts to get real numb. And you can't do that when I'm working. I can't do that when I'm working.
Do you know what you need?
No.
Power Bar, the nutritional snack. For men. And then you can just eat that, and it will give you all the energy you need, and it'll help you bulk.
And there, there's a shake weight for men. I could bulk up with that as well with the Power Bar.
All right.
Yeah,
I would
Power
like
Bar
to see a
with the
video
shake
of you
weight
using...
for men.
Can you do a video of that?
There is a video of shake weight for men.
No. But can you do a video? Can you do me a favor in your next review?
Yeah.
Can you make some segue? Can you be like? The game's good, but the screen shakes all the time. A little bit like, I feel like I'm using a shake weight for men. And then cut to you on your Powerball with shake weights for men. Can we have that? Can this be a thing? See, look, you can just make stuff up about the game.
Okay. If it's not expensive. Dude!
That would be amazing.
Yep. I'm going to think about that. Shake weight for men. Yeah, there we go. All right, so yeah, name a couple things you would like to go see before we wrap this up. On an adventure. Are you much of a party goer? I'm not much of a party.
Well, I haven't been to parties very much recently, not in the past couple of years. I gotta be honest, but I enjoyed parties when I was a bit younger. I'm sure I still would, But
it depends, I guess it depends for me.
If I was going to explore Europe, I would probably. And I think this is the wrong attitude to have, but I would probably want to see the touristy stuff just so I could say I've seen the touristy stuff. And, people say you shouldn't be like that. You should do what you want to do. But I think I would get some value out of it. I'd get some interest out of it. And I would, but mostly I would just like to go out on a long journey with difficulties, and, challenges and, that immense high for accomplishing something very difficult. Like, as I've mentioned on the podcast before, being able to hike the Appalachian Trail or something like that. That's the dream for me. And if it cuts through really interesting landscapes, if it cuts through areas of historical significance, hell yeah, I'll check it out,
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. We're gonna have our adventure eventually. You know what I'm saying?
It would be cool, dude.
So what will help us get there is sharing this video and liking it and all that good stuff.
Submit to our Kickstarter page for the Ultimate D&D campaign. It is available on Indiegogo as well because we're just love the green.
We love the green. Right. Mm-hmm.
Do you reckon you could set up a Patreon that was just literally like, support me on Patreon because I love the green?
Well, someone has done that before. on I think it was Kickstarter or something like that. I can't remember. He said something.
Well, there was the potato salad guy.
Yeah, right. And there's one that's different. There's a couple stories like the potato salad guy, and they just end up getting a lot of money, which is just like, what? How is this even possible? But yeah, I have to look that up. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching VisualWood. We'll see you guys in the next episode, which will be next week. So stay tuned on Sunday in the morning.
And then maybe we'll do
Eastern
it
time.
How early in the morning?
I don't know. Sometime in the morning, Eastern time.
All right, I'm gonna be ready. If it's not there, I'll be very disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Britlock has no pants.
Jeez.
It's like one of the worst outros we've ever done. So how do you do it? How do you segue into it?
No, we could just stop. We could just stop. Just to stop the madness of the
Oh,
past.
you linked me a lady using shake weights. Look at this.
Yeah, dude. You like that?
Hello, pretty mama. The shake weight commercial DVD. Why do they have a DVD?
It teaches you how to use a shake weight, man.
Dude, just Photoshop your face onto this and it'll be...
Now that is good.